Hey guys, it's Miss Hunter. I want to make you a video because today I got my official absentee ballot in the mail and I wanted to open it and show you what it was like, but I didn't want to bring it into school because it's really important and I don't want to lose it. And Jeffrey and Captain are making all sorts of noise, of course. So, this is what it looks like on the front, and on the back it gives me instructions, and as you can see, it says return your voted ballot as soon as possible. If returning your ballot by mail, make sure it is postmarked before Election Day. So that means that I would have to bring it to the post office before Election Day. Remember I told you I live in Summit County and not Cuyahoga County, so that's why all this stuff says Summit County on it. I can return it by mail, or I can go to the special drop box that's actually at the Board of Elections. I think that's what I'm going to do, just to cut down on the mail. And I can also track my ballot online. Alright, so now let's open the envelope and see what's inside. Alright, so it looks like we have... so you can see it asked me to fill out all my personal information, and here's where I would put my Ohio driver's license number and the last 4 digits of my social security number. So those are all things that I would have to fill out because they want to make sure that they don't have somebody vote twice, and so you have to put distinguishing information in there, and they also have to make sure that you're a real person and that you're not just like, yeah, I'm Mickey. My name's Mickey Mouse, Ronald McDonald, and for people trying to pump up the votes for one side. So that would be part that I would fill out, and then this is the envelope that I'd return it in, and there's a hole here so they can see that I actually put something inside of it. So let's see what else is on here. It comes with instructions, how to complete the ballot. Because remember how I was telling you guys that there are a whole big pile of issues here. So this looks very similar to the ballot that we looked at the other day. And remember, this is a real ballot. Because look, this is my actual real ballot that I get to fill out. Now see, look, this says Akron, because like I told you guys, I live in Akron. So there's all sorts of different issues that I'm going to get to vote on. It starts from the general and goes to the more specific. So as you can see, the very first thing on here is voting for president or vice president. So you can see there's Ms. Jorgensen and Mr. Cohen for the Libertarian Party, Mr. Trump and Mr. Pence for the Republicans, Mr. Biden and Ms. Harris for the Democrats, and Mr. Hawkins and Ms. Walker for an independent party. Or I could choose to write somebody in, should I so desire. And then it goes to the more specific things. So this is a congressional election, a state senator election, and so forth. Now, if I turn it over onto the back, this is some of the other more specific things for Akron. So, for example, if you guys had a ballot in Bedford, you wouldn't fill out this stuff. This wouldn't be on your ballot because this is a Summit County ballot that has Akron stuff on it. So, for example, there should be something on here about, maybe that's on the next page, but there's a big thing going on right now for the zoo. That's a very big deal that I keep reading about. Okay, here we go. It's the very last page. Let's see. A renewal of an increase of tax to provide sufficient funds for the Akron Zoo to maintain and operate its existing facilities. Now, see, look how complicated this language is. This is what I was trying to tell you guys about how I need to research what I think and decide before I get to the voting booth. Because you don't want to stand in there and be trying to decipher and figure out what all this very complicated legal language means. You want to research what you think beforehand, bring in a little post-it note, and make sure that you're voting the way that you do it if we ever go back to doing a lot of voting in person. So I don't mind telling you guys that I am going to vote for the Akron Zoo levy because I'm a very for animals type person. But that's just, that's my personal belief. All right. So as you can see, I have these very official 2 pages. And once I fill those out, obviously I just opened this envelope, and I'm not going to tell you about any of my other opinions or fill this out in front of you. But, like we discussed before when we saw the example ballot, you can see there are special areas where I would use a pen, and it may actually tell me here. Yep, it's just like an official test. Completely darken the oval to the left of the candidate's name. And if I just went through and just was like, woo, I'm going to fill them all in, then my vote wouldn't count because I just filled in a bunch of stuff and, wasted my vote. Okay, so after I fill that stuff out, please affix 70 cents postage to return your envelope. Because what happens if you put your lovely ballot in the mail and you do not put postage on it? It's probably going to come right back to your house. So I have my identification envelope, and that would go in here. Then this is my private thing that has all my info on it, that has my choices once I do this. And then this whole identification envelope goes in the mailing envelope. So this is my real ballot, and this is what it looks like. And I thought you guys might like to hear about that.